Hi guys, my name is Mark and I do STEM education. I'm really excited because this video we're going to talk about Planet Hexbug. It is so much fun. Every teacher, every student is going to love this thing. I have a 60-second montage. You're going to get to see all the different things, and when we come back, I'm going to take you step by step on how you can get started with Planet Hexbug and have fun with computer science in the process. We'll see you in a minute.
There is no body of ours imprinsipal or inextricably interwoven with in-principle. Here's the case with the bomb. The country-life relation should be revived with greatly increased power. It's a famine with a severe blow to the interests of all. The welfare of the farmer is a basic need of this nation. It is the method the farmer with fast has taken the lead in every great movement within this nation, whether in time of war or in time of peace. It is well to have our cities prosper, but it is not well if they prosper at the expense of the country. In this movement, the lead must be taken for the farmers themselves, but our people as a whole, through their governmental agencies, should back them. Everything possible should be done to better the economic condition of the farmer.
All right, here we are at hoc.vex or vexrobotics.com. This is really going to be your starting page of where you're going to find out everything you need to know for Hour of Code. I'm going to take these glasses off. People ask me why my avatar has my glasses on and I don't. Well, because there's a lot of reflection in them. Anyway, all right, so here on Hour of Code, you've got a couple different choices. The coral reef cleanup is a very, very good choice for Hour of Code. And that was the one that was released last year. But Planet Hexbug is brand new. It was just released this year and or in 2021 for the Hour of Code, usually in the last part of the year. And so here we got getting the lesson plan. You can find all that information, how to facilitate. But basically, we click on Planet Hexbug on any of those links above, and it'll take us to this. Have a nice little intro video. Something be cool to show to your students or for you guys to watch to get excited. And then there's a link that says Launch Planet Hexbug. Now, if you click that link, you're going to get a page just like this. And if you've seen any of my stuff before, you'll know that this is vr.vex.com, and you can actually see it there in the link vr.vex.com. It just adds this / robot model equals Hexbug. And this automatically takes you to the Hexbug side of VEX VR. If you go to vr.vex.com and you have already been in Hexbug, it will load that for you automatically. But if you haven't, you'll probably see the VR bot toggle button set up right here. Just click on Hexbug and you're in Planet Hexbug. And one of the reasons that you'll know you're in Planet Hexbug is notice when I switched over, you see those green actions over there on the left. There are no actions, quote unquote, actions for the VR bot, but there is a magnet. When I'm on the Hexbot, you'll see magnet goes away and actions appears. Okay, so let's take a look at where we can find all the good stuff. But before we do, let's just have some fun, right? Let's just go ahead and click drive forward. All right, this is always the easiest thing. There's no login required. Any browser, pretty much any browser, any computer, you're going to want to use Chrome. I think it does work on other browsers, but I've found Chrome works the best. If you go ahead and click Start in the upper right, it'll open up this little window, and I'm going to go ahead and click Expand to make it bigger on the screen. Now, the first time it loads, it's going to take a minute. It's loading all the information for that world. This is basically like a video game that's loading onto your computer. And there we go. All right. And notice that I'm getting attacked and I'm just running because all I did was tell my little Hexbug Nano, I just told him to run forward, drive forward. That's it. And so, lots of stuff's happening here. Lots of stuff's going crazy. My computer is trying to record all this and everything. So it's a little jittery. Doesn't normally look like that, but there you go. I survived 0.2 days because I just ran straight into the river and I fell into the river. You can see that it says that right there. If I wanted to get my certificate, I could click get certificate, and it'll put my score on the leaderboard. I am not going to post any of my scores to the leaderboard. I haven't done that. I'm not going to do that in the future because this is for students. This is for you guys, and I don't want to get my scores up there on the leaderboard for you to compete with me. You should compete with each other. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click hide. That's the thing I wanted you to know is if you click hide, it doesn't have to reload this every time. If you close it, it'll have to reload it each time you click play. This way I can just click show or hide, and I can shrink it and I can keep it out of the way while I'm working with my code, and then not have to worry about it having to load every single time, especially if you have a slower computer. All right, so Planet Hexbug. If we click on Learn up here in the upper left, it'll take you to a page that has all kinds of great stuff. You've got computer science level 1 blocks. You can learn everything you're going to need to know to be successful in Planet Hexbug with the VEX VR bot. And through this computer science level 1 course, it's amazing. The computer science level 1 Python course is really cool, and you'll learn how to use Python. And I believe that Python is going to be supported in Planet Hexbug. It's not currently, but it will be in the future. I'm almost sure of it. All right, and then you'll notice that you've got lots of resources here. The one thing that's a little bit tricky to find is kb.vex.com. If you go to kb.vex.com, you're going to find anything you need to know about VEX products at kb.vex.com. Right? You'll notice that here we have all these different areas, all their different brands. VEX Code VR, Planet Hexbug is part of VEX Code VR. And so I'm going to click on that, and then you'll see there's another tab here for Planet Hexbug. In here is all the stuff that you could possibly ever want or need to know about Planet Hexbug. So getting started, for instance, if you click on that, you're going to get all kinds of basic information. You get a backstory about through the portal about what this magical land of Planet Hexbug is, and why is my little Hexbug there. You're going to get a map, and it's going to show you the different zones that you're in. Then using example projects. Let me just show you how to do that real quick. Example projects. So we'll go over to VEX Code VR, and you click on File in the upper left, and then click on Open Examples. Now, these are all examples for all different kinds of things in VEX VR. So select Hexbug, and that'll filter down to the Hexbug example projects. And so I'll just use the bring food home, and it's going to say, hey, you already have some stuff loaded on the work area. Are you sure you want to discard it? Yeah, go ahead. I don't have anything there I need to save. And you'll see now we have some code and a little note here explaining what it is. And then I can click start, and it will run that code. You can see it's blinking, so it's showing me what's running and when. And then there we go, home, and he dropped the food off. And notice that the experience level increased to 5 out of 10. And I'm currently at level 1. I've survived 0.2 days. And so a day on Planet Hexbug is 100 seconds, I believe. Notice that my attack power is currently 10. My capacity for carrying batteries is currently 2. And that increases with my level, and my level increases with experience. So let's take a look at where we can find out some of that information if we really wanted to dig and figure out what's going on. Notice that you've got collecting food, detecting obstacles, attacking enemies, all kinds of that stuff. Let's look at features of the VR Nanobug, right? So here's the controls. You've got a drivetrain that controls based on and can turn in any direction based on these degrees. You've got physical attributes, and it tells you basically what color you are. If you're blue, you're level 1, all the way up to level 5 is purple. And you can learn about leveling up using this article. Remember, all of this stuff I'm finding at kb.vex.com. So the VR Hexbug Nano sensing, and we've got a bunch of sensors that will tell us where we are, XY coordinates, sees food, smells food, sees enemies, smells enemies. And what does that mean? Well, if you click on learn more about that, see this article, and you'll see it will tell you all about that. AI smell is used to detect what is around the nanobot. It's a 360 degree detectable within 800 millimeters. Okay. So AI sight is used and can see what's in front of the nano, a 40 degree field of view in a range of 1,000 millimeters. So you've got these interesting things, you'll be able to smell something behind you, if it's within 800, but you'll be able to see it if it's beyond 800, but within 1,000, if you can see it. And so that really brings up a lot of really interesting things that you can do with your coding, to where you might see food that's far away at, like, say 900 millimeters, but you don't smell it. And so you would know, oh, that's the closest food to me. If you can smell food that's closer, but you see food that's farther away, then, if you see food that is greater than 800 millimeters away, but you do smell food, then you know food is closer to you than what you can see. Anyway, interesting stuff. You can really see how you could use just the AI sight and smell of food to really make some interesting decisions for your little bug as you go. The mini map, you get to see what's going on in the mini map, and you can see there's the smell radius is that yellowish line or circle, and your field of vision is this slightly more opaque little wedge or a triangle you see there. And the AI visualization also shows you all of the different things that it can see, how far away it is, the angle, how much health an enemy has, all that kind of stuff. Really, really cool stuff. And all that stuff you see right there is all available in the sensor information. So you could decide whether you want to attack an enemy if it's at a higher level than you or not, all kinds of things. You can sense obstacles, so you'll be able to go around them or avoid them, not get stuck on obstacles. So then it goes through these different, example projects right there. Let's head back over to Planet Hexbug, and let's go ahead and load one more example. So I'm going to open examples. I'll click on Hexbug, and then let's do food decisions. Yeah, let's do food decisions. So this is a cool one, right? And if I have to reset because it was still running the past program. I'll push play, and this is going to go to food. And these beginning places, there's always food right there. So when you're first getting started learning how to do this, you're going to see that there's always food right there. And then it's going to go to the food. And then if the battery level in percent is greater than 50%, it's going to pick up the food. And if it's less than 50%, or if it's 50 or less, I should say, it's going to eat the food. And so let's go ahead and test that out by showing you one more of the actions. The other action is Hibernate. And so I'm going to drag Hibernate and put it right under when started. So that when my program starts, I'm going to make my Hexbug hibernate. And what's going to happen is it's going to fast forward, because you want to survive. The leaderboard is going to show survival. How long have you survived? And as you can tell, it's only been 0.6 days, and this is a long time to just sit and wait. But there may be a time in my program where I want my robot to just, let's say he's got plenty of food, he's safe, he wants to just go under ground and hibernate and not worry about the world around him, and the clock will fast forward, kind of like when you're sleeping, when you go to bed at night, right? And so I'm going to say hibernate until 40% battery. So let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so you can see it on the screen a little bit easier. What should happen when I start is it should immediately go underground, and we'll hibernate. Notice my battery's draining super fast, but the days are also going up super fast. I go to the food and immediately eat the food, and it takes me back to 100%. And so, you could play with this. Really, you could say, well, what if I'm safe? Why don't I just go down to 10% and really be efficient with my food? Because no matter what, that battery is going to bring me up to 100%. A battery will always bring you up to 100%. Boom, 100%. So I was able to live longer. There I would live 2.2 days, 2.3 now. And actually at that point, let's say I wanted to hibernate again. So I'll just go to actions and grab hibernate, and I'll hibernate until say 3%. And now this is probably my Hexbug is going to die here, right? Because the battery is going to drain. But I want you to see how you can actually get a high score in survival of days without having to spend, several hours at your computer. If your program is good, your Hexbug will hibernate and extend those days, and then maybe come out of hibernation, eat some food, go back to hibernating, come out of hibernation, eat some food, go back to hibernating. And you can see, right, I got 4.6 days with a very, very simple program. And so I think that you'll find that you will get to quite a few days pretty quick. And then you'll probably end up hitting a little bit of a wall where you don't feel like you can get much better. But that's where I want you to make comments down below about where you're getting stuck or what issues that you might be having. And we can help each other out as a community in how you could improve your code, how you could improve your survival. I really hope that you enjoyed this very quick intro to Planet Hexbug. And if you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a like, share, subscribe. I also started a TikTok account, and I've been posting some goofy VEX robotics type stuff there. I would really appreciate it if you already have a TikTok account. I'm not trying to get anybody onto TikTok if you're not already, but if you are, I would like a follow. That would be great. So anyway, the information is in the description down below. Thank you so much, and happy New Year, happy 2022 to everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.